Welcome, dear viewers. You're watching Al24 News channel, and today we're back with a new episode of series of interviews for the 15th International Cultural Festival held here at the Violin Opera House in Algiers. And today I am delighted to be joined by two talented artists from Denmark, starting with you, Kato Møller. Welcome, Kaya.
Thank you so much.
Joined with Nikolai Nadergaard. Welcome, Nikolai. So, how does it feel to be here in Algeria today?
It's really exciting to be here. It's our first time in Algeria.
Great.
So everything is new to us, and we're excited about every small thing that we see and all the people we meet.
Yeah, I'm just
what
so
about
happy.
Nikolai?
It's really nice.
Great. So it's your first time as well?
Yes.
Great. So tell me, what first inspired you both to start playing the violin at such a young age?
I was born into quite a musical family. My mother teaches kids in piano, and my dad, even though he doesn't play, he comes from a family where the music runs in the DNA. My grandpa was like a saxophonist slash pianist slash clarinetist, so he was a musician. So I think it was kind of expected somehow for me to play an instrument, and I'm very happy my parents chose the violin for me. Yeah.
Great. What about you, Nikolai?
I also have very musical parents. My mom is a pianist and grew up in Russia, and my dad plays the bassoon and was teaching a lot of kids when they, so I was surrounded by music as well, and I thought it looked cool with a tiny violin when I was so.
Nice. And how did your early musical training shape you as artists today?
It's a very good question. We both had the same brilliant violin teacher when we were young, and we had him for 10 years or plus. And he was a very, very specific person, and he fought for every bar, and he was very, very specific. And he knew really how to shape music and focus on every detail. So it's somehow that also takes us on to the chamber music and quartet, that working very detailed is something that has shaped us as musicians, I would say.
Brilliant. And what led you to focus on chamber music in your career?
Actually, this teacher that we both had, one of the things I took with me from him is like how nice it is to share music with friends. So I think very early on in my time with my violin, I was kind of brought into this atmosphere of the fun about playing with friends. So I've kind of hold on to that throughout all my years. So it was natural for me to pursue a career where I'm just like surrounded by people I like and not just standing alone on the stage. So I think it was a very natural path to go to the string quartet world.
And can you tell us about how the Novo Quartet was formed?
Well, actually it was our professor, but also Kaya's idea. Who, she needed a group for her exam, so we started as a school project, and then I think our professor in Copenhagen thought we did very well together, and then slowly we started doing competitions in Denmark, and we worked very hard. We liked it a lot. We were good friends, and then and now we are here.
Brilliant. And what makes your collaboration important within the quartet?
Well, you always hear stories about string quartets that they are not friends when they're playing to each other, and then they are not traveling with each other, and they're not talking to each other, and they're fighting all the time. And I think for us, it's very opposite. We never fight. We actually have fun, and then we travel together. I think that collaboration is that makes it so fun, that actually you enjoy working.
And I think it's very clear when you see a group on stage. I think you can sense if they're having fun or if they get along or not. And I think that's also one of our maybe unique selling points, maybe that you can kind of sense how close we are as people. We respect each other very much, and that we see as a very important key to continue playing together. So.
Good. And what are the biggest challenges when performing as a string quartet?
There are so many challenges. I think.
What are the most common ones?
The most common ones are just learning to know each other. Musically is one really, really difficult. It takes years. We played together for 8 years, and you can really hear the difference between a new group that has only played for a couple of years and then an older group that is more experienced. It's like having a partner, you know, that you need to know each other, how to talk to each other. And it's outside of music, but I actually think that's the most important and most challenging thing. But technical, intonation, playing in tune and together,
will always be difficult.
Yeah, but the way of keep going, giving comments to each other without getting angry or jealous or anything.
So with no offense to each other.
No
Yeah,
offense.
exactly.
That's really an art, and it's
Brilliant.
So.
And how do you prepare for a show as a quartet?
Sometimes, if we have a lot of time at home, we meet, say, 4 or 5 times a week and practice all the pieces very slowly building up and talking about the music. But we travel quite a lot as a quartet, so sometimes it's very much like last minute before the performance. So we have a very big variation of how we work towards a performance, I would say.
Brilliant. And how do you choose your repertoire as a quartet before going on stage?
Before, now
Yes.
we are lucky enough not to do competitions anymore. So I think we always chose our repertoire because of the competitions, because they have specific demands. But now I think we can say that I would really like to play this piece, and then we can actually play it. But I think Kaja is very good at it, having a subject or a theme of every program, that every piece is connected to each other. Even though it's Haydn, Beethoven and something very new, some pieces are very connected, even though they are written 200 years apart. So you can really have some funny storylines between all pieces, and I think that is probably what we are going for.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And usually we plan like 2 years ahead, because some concert promoters really want to know well in advance what we're going to play. So we try to plan ahead very long, and also to have more time to prepare for the concerts.
For the performance. So you have both received awards throughout your career. What does this recognition mean to you personally?
I think recognition from a competition means a lot. First of all, confidence. I think just the acknowledgement of the fact that the thing you're doing is pleasant for a jury and an audience is always like a big confidence boost. And in terms of our quartet career, I think our competition wins has meant a lot for our career. We've earned a lot of concerts and managements from winning these competitions, so it has meant a lot for our career, I would say.
Brilliant. What about you, Nikolai?
I think we have played in a lot of competitions, and we haven't won every single one. There are many competitions where we didn't pass to the second round and so on. But I think also just being a part of a competition where you have that you have to play perfect, or the idea of playing perfect, even though it's impossible, is a very, very great motivation boost. So I think just competitions in general, even though how well it's going, you can always use it on your work when you work alone. And because it can be very tough on the musician that you need to sit in a hotel room or a practice room and practice by yourself every day. And I think doing a competition helps you having a goal in the future.
Brilliant.
So.
And so, Kaja, you have how do winning an award in New York in such a young age influenced you or impact once again your confidence and your career?
I think this specific competition in New York was a wild one for me, because I think Carnegie Hall, which was the place where the prize ceremony took place, is like a bucket list concert hall for many musicians, and it was really exciting for me to get to experience that in such a young age. And again, I think it just created this new motivation within me and trust in myself that I can do this.
Confidence?
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. What about you? So, Nikolai, how did winning the first prize in the Geneva competition influence your artistical journey?
Well, I think the Geneva competition, I think, was one of the.
I mean, it was as a quartet, not
Yes,
only.
yeah.
Okay, great.
So we won it together, and then I think it is one of the biggest competitions we have in the quartet world.
So far.
Yeah, and I think it really helped us because now we play actually more abroad than we do in Denmark, and I think that's the biggest change. We play a lot in Germany and in the United Kingdom. We are in Algeria, you know?
Yes.
And it's like that would never have happened if we didn't win this competition.
Indeed.
We also played in Japan, and somehow this competition just like pushed us even further, and then it was the biggest prize we could, just having these concerts.
Well
It's
done.
like getting like a verified badge, you know, this quartet is good.
Yeah,
It really
basically.
pushed you forward in
Yeah.
your career.
Yeah.
Very nice. And how did these competitions help you into knowing each other more as a quartet?
I think competitions are probably the time where you see your colleagues from different sides, for sure. You see them under pressure, you see them being frustrated, nervous, happy if the results are good. And I think it really brings you together because you get so close.
To each other?
Yeah.
It's really stressful being in a competition. It's one of the best and worst things ever, because it's basically like a lottery ticket that you have every round, because sometimes you just have a bad day. And it's like if you have a bad day, then probably you won't pass. And it's like, and then you need to deal with it. But it's a fun and great and horrible experience. But in that sense, it's awesome.
Great. So speaking of pressure, how do you handle that pressure during these crucial moments before your performance?
I think we handle them quite differently, don't we?
We do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you do it personally?
I think I don't play much right before performing. I think I would rather just relax and maybe eat something. Make sure I'm not starving when I'm performing. Maybe play some slow things, not too loud. Yeah, it's quite funny actually when we have a backstage before a competition or a performance. We all four act very differently. Yeah.
Yeah, I usually I drink coffee every day, but in a competition I don't drink coffee on the day, just to secure that my hand is not shaking. But like we had a lesson once, or like of a psychological, like a lesson to how you can deal with pressure, and then sometimes if I feel very nervous, then I try to do math in my head while walking on stage, because it's something
You calculate everything.
calculate. So I'm going 100, 97, 94, 91, 88, and then somehow I fail like 100, 97, 95, and I had to start over. And it's that thing in the brain, it apparently takes over some kind of the nervousness and getting control of yourself. So I'm doing mostly these things, but so if I feel the pressure, but I like the pressure. I think it's fun.
Especially before the performance.
Yeah.
All right. So let's focus more on the festival now. How does it feel to be performing here in Algeria?
Great, awesome. It's a bit weird, awesome experience, because like, yeah, it's so rare that we play like here in Northern Africa. It's like we've never been here before, and then we are sharing the stage with other countries. I don't know, it's really awesome, and this huge, beautiful stage for us as a string quartet. I think we've never played in that big of a
It's
hall.
a very big hall.
Yeah.
The biggest one so far.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's very cool.
Very exciting. It's such a great way to visit a country that you would maybe not have visited if you weren't getting invited for this kind of an event. So it's such a cool thing to be here.
Yeah.
Great. And what are your impressions about Algeria so far?
People are so friendly.
Very nice people.
We've only been here for like
12 hours?
12 hours, but
4 hours.
yeah, or not even.
No, yeah.
But they are very, very smiley. They help, and it's just very, very friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think makes this festival unique in your opinion?
I think it's really cool that there are different nationalities represented, And I'm sure the audience can really tell the difference, actually, how people interact on the stage and how it sounds, the music, of course. And I think it's a very enriching experience, and I would love to be in the audience myself.
Yeah. I think I have never been to a festival or a concert ever where I have a concert consisting of Denmark, Syria, and Japan. So I think
wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so I think it's something to bring to other countries or do more. I think it's a really, really great initiative.
It almost feels like the Olympics, just without the competition.
Very beautiful. That was really beautiful. Yeah. So you think that this festival really helps promoting cultural exchange?
I think so. I hope we get to meet more people from different countries as well.
Kaja, Nikolai, tell me, how do you see the future of classical music?
Good question. I think the music is one of the specific things that are not touched by technology, like growth. And now when we hear this AI taking over jobs and everything in this world, I think music is one of the only things that can't be touched. And I've seen some statistics now that are more and more young people and people that buying tickets for classical music concerts. And it has actually been developed through the 2-3 years. So I think it's a very, very positive thing, and so I have good hopes that somehow people will get in touch with real people instead of a computer or anything. So
and preserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've had many years where the technology has just kept growing, and our attention span has gone the other direction. You know, if you see something on your phone, if it doesn't get you excited for more than 2 seconds, you kind of just go to the next thing. And I think people are starting to get aware of that and wanting to change that. So hopefully it also means that classical music can also help people just kind of relax more in their minds instead of being like super fast all the time. So yeah, hopefully it's going the right direction.
So finally, beyond awards, competitions and festival, tell me Nikolai and Kaja, what does success truly mean to you as musicians?
I think success is a broad term and it can mean a lot, but I think in classical music we don't do it for money at all. I don't think we will get super rich or anything, but we travel a lot, you know, and then I think that's the greatest gift that we can have, you know, playing a concert here. We can go to Asia and also the US, and also we went to Colombia last year. It's just these things, it's like we get to travel with our work and meet people like you and so on. Mm-hmm. So I think, like speaking of success, I think it's one of the greatest things that you can have. And so for me, that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, rich in memories, not in money.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So thank you, Nikolai, thank you, Kaja, for your time and for sharing your experience with us, your passion in music. I wish you both success in your careers and best of luck in your performance here at the festival. Thank you, dear viewers, for following us on Al 24 News channel. Stay updated. See you next time.